Hey guys, welcome back to Brickwater Bay. This is the final episode of building Brickwater Bay. Obviously, it's the last element to go in. Today we're looking at the Italian Riviera and the Lighthouse. Once we've done this, I'm going to do a video going around it all in a little bit more detail, talking about things that I want to change as well as the expansion plans. Like I said, I use Studio for a lot of my design work. So I'll show you the harbour that I'm currently working on, as well as where I'm planning on extending and what sort of buildings I'm going to be including in the rest of the city. But today, let's take a close look at the Italian Riviera and the Lighthouse. I've had the Lighthouse since it first came out. Absolutely love the building. It's an expensive building for the amount of parts that you get, but that's because of the motorised element and the lighting that you get within it. So yeah, it is an expensive set, and it's obviously discontinued now. So if you didn't get it, I think the price on that is just going to go up and up and up. I've actually extended the cliffs that Lighthouse sit on all the way back down to here. Now, before I extended my city, I didn't have this whole strip. In a minute. I didn't have this whole strip in. So this is all new, this strip that runs down here. And when I was talking to you when I first started recording it, I didn't even know the Italian Riviera was coming out. And I'd only planned on extending the beach and making a bit of a cove in this area here. But then obviously when they announced the Italian Riviera, I just had to have it in this corner here, like tucked away into the rock face. I've integrated all of the rocks all the way around the Riviera. So it is all built in. It's secured onto the base plate. Doing that is an absolute nightmare because you have to literally tip the building upside down and strip off all of the C plates that the Lego design comes with, and then you have to reinforce the entirety of the bottom. Now I do that with lots of different plates, lots of different bricks, and I make it rock solid, so you can actually lift the Italian Riviera off of the set quite easily. In fact, if I just show you, it literally just lifts off like so. And what you'll notice underneath, it's just tiled, and then there's areas where there are plates which also line up with the plates underneath the Italian Riviera. So I'll just put that back in like that. So yeah, that's my Italian Riviera, sat alongside the Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is all still functional, and you can gain access to it. I try not to use the Lighthouse too much because the battery park, as you're probably aware from the original model, it's just sat in here, and it does require a little bit of disassembly of the cliff space to get in there to change the batteries. So before I built the cliffs, I actually put brand new batteries in it because I do have it on sometimes when I go to the shows. But yeah, I absolutely love these two. I think they sit really well next to the old fishing store. I'm not going to show you the insides of these models. Obviously this is a new one. It's all over the Lego website. I've not made any changes to it. It is as it is. So let's just get it straight in place, and then I'll do some videos showing you around the actual buildings, how it integrates with the old fishing store, as well as how it integrates with the road section. So yeah, let's get it moved back in place. As you can see as well, it's a huge base plate. This one's 6 32 by 32 base plates. That's 2 wide and 3 deep. So it's quite a heavy model to move around. Again, exactly the same as the old fishing store. When I pick it up, I make sure that I'm supporting underneath both the buildings and not on this edge here. If I was to lift it with this edge here, as you can see, it just bend and it would literally just snap off 2 of the base plates and you'd end up dropping it. So I always lift it and move it from this side. The cliffs are absolutely rock solid, so you've got a really strong base here as well as across the back where the Italian Riviera and the harbour wall is. So that just sits in here, and then we've got the final C plate which completes the city just there, and that's it done and all in place and finished. So I'll show you a few videos of it looking close up, but I hope you've liked the video. If you do want to know any more about the way I integrated the Italian Riviera, please ask. I have been asked a few times on Facebook and on my Instagram page. So I'm happy to strip it off, do it in a bit more detail and show you the method which I use, and even flip the building upside down so you can see how I've modified it underneath. But yeah, that's the Italian Riviera and Lighthouse. So thank you very much for watching today. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the videos on the way out. So as you can see from the back of the Riviera, you've still got the original cliffs in here, and I've just done a cutout of the harbour wall in that area, and then resume the harbour wall between the Italian Riviera and the cliff edge here. I've also finished off all of the cliffs leading up to the Riviera as well. There's a nice little area of water between the two just here as they separate away. There's a path that runs all the way up to the lighthouse. As you can see, the cliffs start from here and then they work their way round. There is a bit of a difference between the cliffs that Lego produced and the cliffs that I've done. They use a lot of moulded pieces, whereas I've tried to do mine as brick. But I think they blend quite well together. And then you've got the Italian Riviera sign here, which then sits right next to the old fishing store. And I think the three next to each other look absolutely fabulous. And then going back out over the city, now that it's all completed.